is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Happy Monday. Though, I mean, really, what's so happy about it? I'm already ready for the weekend and Monday's just starting. I don't know about you guys, but today I want to get a little crazy, get a little crazy, start the week out a little crazy, you know what I'm saying here. Today, we're going to talk about what I would like to see with a rework for Jedi Master Kenobi down the road. Now, I am not saying he needs one right now. You can go ahead and put the pitchforks away. I'm not saying he has to have it right now, but for a while, I've been kind of thinking up of a rework with 212 clones and the attack battalion, what I'd like to see with Commander Cody and a rework there. And I know that's one that people have been looking forward to for a while. And seeing how Lord Vader is performing with his new Dark Side Empire clones, you have the Apo, Disguised Clone Trooper, CX2, and soon we'll be getting Scorch. I imagine we're going to see Scorch's kit sometime this week. It got me thinking, you know what? Why don't we have that happen for Jedi Master Kenobi as well? We have Jedi Master Kenobi and his own clone battalion, the 212th. And while we have Grand Moff Tarkin, who's going to be the lead for Darkside clones inside the Jedi Temple raid, he's also going to be a lead for a couple of the clones for 3v3 Grand Arena. I was thinking, you know what? We've also got someone from the 212th already in the game that can give that rework as well. So what we're going to talk about in today's video is what I would like to see with some rework potential. We get those clones coming in, the 212 clones, they're lifting Jedi Master Kenobi. We're going to see what, we talk about like what those clones can do, some Omicrons on them, 2 different 3v3 squads, and then also we're going to talk about what I would like to see in terms of a new Padme squad, and a really good 5th I think would work really well with Padme and her lead. We're going to break that all down in today's video. If you guys enjoy this video, make sure that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive into it. So what are we looking at with the clones, with the 212 clones, and what we've got there with Jedi Master Kenobi? We see what we're getting with Lord Vader. We have Lord Vader, we have the rework to him. The funny thing here is Maul is now kind of pushed off of the Lord Vader team, and this is going to be the same kind of thing we see with Commander Ahsoka getting pushed off the Jedi Master Kenobi team with this kind of rework, but we have these clones coming in. I mentioned them by name already. We have Omicrons on 3 of them. We have a Territorial Omicron on Disguised Clone Trooper. CX2 has a 3v3 Territory Battle Omicron on Apo. And then Scorch, I imagine, will have a 5v5 Omi. Again, we'll see what his kit comes out with this week. So what are we going to see with Jedi Master Kenobi? And you can see here we've got Commander Cody, and you can see I've got Clone Sergeant here with Commander Cody in the second squad here. And I was thinking about it and thinking about, okay, what good clones will we get here? And the 3 clones for the 212 that really came to mind for me were Waxer, Boyle, and Gregor. Gregor is a clone commander. He's pretty famous one. He has that Last Stand in the Clone Wars series. Absolutely fantastic. I love that scene. I've watched that scene so many times. And then he did return for the Star Wars Rebels show down the road. And then you have Waxer and Boyle, 2 other important characters within the 212. They're part of the same company. I was thinking somewhere what we could see with this is that we get some Omicrons with these new 212 on this Jedi Master Kenobi team. And really at this point, every galactic legend that we have in the game has some kind of Omicron lifter on the team. The only one that doesn't right now is pretty much Jedi Master Luke, but we got the legendary with Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, who's got Territory Battle Omicrons, but do those really count? But he's like a pseudo lifter for that Jedi Master Luke Skywalker team. All the other galactic legends have lifters on them. Rey has Ben Solo with the Grand Arena Omicrons. So the Eternal Emperor, who has Darth Bane, who really Darth Bane, Sith Eternal Emperor lifts Darth Bane, let's be real here. Supreme Lord Kylo Ren recently got Darkseid Vision Rey. You have Jabba with multiple different different Territory War and Territory War, Grand Arena, and Territory Battle Omicrons on that team with different Hutt Cartel members you can bring in. Leia Organa has a Grand Arena Omicron on Captain Drogon. Not as important, but she's a pretty versatile one. And then, of course, Ahsoka Tano's got multiple Territory War Omicrons with her characters, and then Ezra Exile has multiple Grand Arena Omicrons on his team. So you're starting to see all these Galactic Legends get these Omicron lifters in one way or another. The last 2 that don't have lifters right now in terms of Omicrons being Jedi Master Luke and Jedi Master Kenobi. So yeah, I would like to see something there. We've seen the power creep come into play with this team. Commander Ahsoka, the big thing that you have with her is her Force Leap, this instant defeat. And what we are starting to see is a lot of power creep, really kind of negating this ability. You either have characters that A, have built-in instant defeat immunity, or B, have some kind of mechanic that bypasses the instant defeat. Prime example of that being Queen Amidala with her handmaiden decoy at the start of the fight. Well, now suddenly it eats the instant defeat from Commander Ahsoka, and you're good to go from there. So you're getting a lot of these teams out here these days that just bypass the instant defeat, and that's really starting to hurt the viability of this team. It's not to say Jedi Master Kenobi is bad, but you are starting to see this team really get pushed down because so many teams are negating that instant defeat, and that's really a big part of what this team brings. That was a big thing with Commander Ahsoka when she came out. She had this Force Sleep. Jedi Master Kenobi resets the cooldown on it. She uses it. You've got her Xian ability here where she's calling people to assist. She's reducing the cooldown to Force Sleep, increases the damage of it. She gives these huge bonuses to light side allies. Yeah, this is all pretty important stuff, and this is really what we're starting to see is that just like how Maul got pushed off that Lord Vader team, we're starting to see Commander Ahsoka really start to struggle. Not necessarily struggle is a strong word, but I would say Commander Ahsoka is not as strong as she used to be, and that's really affected her viability in terms of how powerful she is versus other conquest units. Now, of course, we can get her with Padme as well, which we're going to get to Padme and that team here in a couple minutes. But I want to focus more on the 212th squads here, what we could see. And with Waxer, Boyle, and Gregor, what I think we can see here is we get a strong 5v5 squad. You have those 3 clones come in. You have Commander Cody, who is the leader of the 212th Clone Attack Battalion. Technically, Jedi Master Kenobi is the lead on it, but Commander Cody, he's got Commander in his name. Come on. He's basically second in command. He leads the 212th, pretty much. So you have both these characters here, and then you're also going to bring in Waxer, Boyle, and Gregor, and that's going to give you a strong 5v5 Grand Arena team, Territory War team. You're going to get some Omicrons on them. I imagine someone's going to have a Territory War Omicron, someone's going to have a 5v5. Maybe we get a 3v3, or maybe we just get a Grand Arena Omicron in general. But also, I would like to see some kind of lift to Cody as well. There's a little bit here that's just not as good. The Alpha Strike, the turn meter here, it's nice, but there's some issues with it and how the turn meter is calculated after the damage is dealt. It can cause some issues. This Mass Driver Cannon ability really needs something better to it because, yeah, this damage penalty to all of their enemies, not ideal. That could get a nice little buff. The 212th attack, again, that damage penalty, not ideal. 6-turn cooldown, critical hits, reducing it. So you can get around that somewhere, and that's where Clone Sergeant also pretty good. Clone Sergeant has some fantastic synergy with Commander Cody. That's something we saw back in the day of the tank raid with the clones, where Clone Sergeant was pretty much half the team's damage because he was just critting constantly. He gets bonus crit chance or crit damage and offense up. He gets bonus turn meter on his basic whenever he scores a critical hit. You just stack him up with crit chance. I mean, look at this, 106% crit chance on this dude. Well, plenty of damage. I mean, that's not a lot these days, but back in the day, that was a lot of damage. So yeah, Clone Sergeant with Commander Cody. You put in, let's say, Gregor. You put Gregor in with Cody and Clone Sergeant Phase 1, and that's going to be a 3v3 Grand Arena team. And then you take Waxer and Boyle, and that gets you another 3v3 team with Jedi Master Kenobi. That's what we're kind of seeing with Grand Moff Tarkin, where he takes CX2 and Scorch, or sorry, not CX2, but Disguised Clone Trooper and Scorch, and that's going to get you a 3v3 team, while you also have a 3v3 team with CX2 and Apo with Lord Vader. So that is kind of what I'd like to see here as well. You get those 2 3v3 teams, you get that 5v5 team. Clone Sergeant kind of comes in off the bench when you need him for 3v3 with Cody. That's perfectly fine. It's a minion character. It's a generic character. I'm perfectly okay with him being usable in only 3v3 instead of 5v5. Maybe he has some nice use for them in 5v5 if you can't bring the full team to bear, or you want to try bringing them in with some other characters. But, you know, that's what I would like to see. You know, get that 212 synergy going there, get those couple different teams, get some nice Omicrons going on these guys, get some Grand Arena Omicrons on these guys for crying out loud. Give me more Clone Troopers. I know, I'm biased, and I would love to see more Clone Troopers. I mean, who wouldn't love to see more Clone Troopers? But yeah, the question then becomes, well, what do you do with the scraps of the old Jedi Master Kenobi team? And like how we have Maul with the Dark Side Mandalorians, and we saw the Lightspeed bundles with those recently, And what you get a decent team with that going. And the fun fact is both Maul and Commander Ahsoka are the only two Conquest characters in the whole game that don't have any Omicrons on them. And both those characters were lifters for Galactic Legends back in the day. Maul lifted Lord Vader, Commander Ahsoka lifted and made Jedi Master Kenobi viable. So, hey, they don't have Omicrons, but hey, they still have some pretty good power to them without those Omicrons. But now, what are we going to do with them? And this is where I think that Padme Amidala lead can come back into play. General Kenobi, Commander Ahsoka are both mainstays with Jedi Master Kenobi. Snips is pretty good with her, or with Jedi Master Kenobi. Same with Padme. Her passive on Padme gives the bonus protection up when an enemy attacks out of turn. That's always welcome. That protection up is pretty good. And then you have her lead here with the Courage, and the Courage deals extra max health damage, which is really lovely. I loved using that to beat Darth Revan teams way back in the day. It was really fun, but she gets some heals here. She gets a mass assist and can stun with this. She's able to get some protection up on your team with her basic aggressive negotiations. That all works. And Commander Ahsoka, when I was doing a ranking of Conquest characters a few weeks back, people mentioned that Commander Ahsoka works really well in a Padme Amidala team. Already, she can beat a Jedi Master Kenobi team, which is a little ironic. But, she does give some nice bonuses to that team. that extra offense and crit damage, the extra health and defense, those bonuses to light side allies. That all works pretty well. That Force Leap, that Xi'an, being able to assist. You have 2 assists with this team already with General Kenobi and Padme Amidala. They can both mass assist. You have Snips here who can also assist through her special or through her unique. Whenever Galactic Republic uses a special ability, she's called to assist, and then her basic can dispel debuffs and also dispel buffs on the enemy target. That's all great. Can't be evaded. That's all perfect. So what do we get here with this team? We have a strong Galactic Republic team here that is pretty powerful with Commander Ahsoka on there. Looks like it can beat a Galactic Legend, at least one. What I would like to see as the 5th for this team, and what we've kind of seen over time, is that, Jedi Knight Anakin works really well with this team, but he's gotten pulled off to the Qui-Gon Jinn team. C-3PO was a good 5th as well for this team, but now he's with CLS and Chewbacca and Chewpio and Han Solo. So, Padme over time has gotten her whole team ripped apart. That's ruined her viability as a long-term legendary character. Great beginner player, but endgame, she really falls off. Anyways, 5th member I would like to see on this. And really, I was thinking about it, and I said, you know what? I would like to see something in the vein of what we got with Luthen Rael with the Rebel Fighter. Now, Luthen Rael has 2 different teams you can use him with both Saw Gerrera and with Mon Mothma. But in both modes, he's really kind of a passive character. He's giving buffs to the team. He can do some really nice stuff. Mon Mothma is a really good offensive team. Saw Gerrera is a pretty good defensive team with Luthen Rael in there. He lists 2 different versions of a Rebel Fighter team. Now, I'm not expecting him to lift 2 different versions of a Galactic Republic Padme team, but what I would like to see as the 5th member for this is going to be Senator Bail Organa. Now, my reasoning for this is that Senator Organa was a really close ally to Padme. Really kind of helped with humanitarian efforts, was a staunch ally of the Jedi, really good friends with Padme, just close ally in general. Ended up adopting Leia from Padme, obviously. Spoilers if you haven't seen the movies, by the way. But yeah, ended up adopting Leia as his own daughter. That's where Leia got her last name from, in case you didn't know. But, duh. So yeah, I think Senator Bail Organa would be a really, really good option as a 5th member for a Padme team. And this goes back to the courage here that you get with Padme. And, there's not many more courageous characters than Senator Organa. Like, he was a really courageous guy. He was very adamant in his opposition to the Empire. Dude was brave. And I think courage would work really well with him. He gives buffs to the team. He doesn't attack on his own. He's very much a pacifist, but he's able to provide some really solid support for the team. Gives them a lot of protection up. Maybe he has something with courage where they get extra bonuses with courage on the team, where they, maybe they get extra damage in addition to doing max health damage. Who knows? But I think that Senator Organa as a 5th on the Padme team with that courage mechanic would be perfect. I think that would be an absolute perfect lifter for that Padme team. really make them powerful, maybe get them into the range of threatening galactic legends. That'd be really cool. I would love to see that. And that's really what I'm getting at with this rework, is that we get 212th, we get 2 different 3v3 teams, that 5v5 team with Jedi Master Kenobi and Cody, and then you take that old squad, put them back under that Padme lead, you bring in Senator Organa. This is almost like a whole era for this team, you know? You get a bunch of era characters in here. Maybe there's an event for them, or I don't know if they could get a legendary from this necessarily. But yeah, that's at least 4 characters in an era somewhere. Maybe we could get something to work with that. I would love to hear from you guys. Do you guys agree with this idea? Do you disagree? Do you think someone would work better with that Padme team? I would love to hear your all's feedback down below in the comment section about this. It's a little crazy. I'm going crazy here. Want more clones, love my clones. And I think something like that with 212th and Jedi Master Kenobi and that new Padme squad down the road would be really cool. I would love to see that. I would love to hear from you guys. What do you all think? If you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure that like button, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys next time.